Hi students, Dr. Cohen here, still with Bonaventure in the background. I'm going to be traveling for the next 4 days over the Memorial Day weekend, so I thought I would make the video for Module 3 a little bit early. And maybe some of you will be doing some work for the module over the weekend, so this might be helpful. Let's see. So for Module 3, you're going to be doing the reading assignments for chapters 7, 8, and 9. And of course, each of them has a quiz. Let me go over the journal, which will be due. Let's see. Okay. For the Module 3 journal, you're going to go through the section in the textbook, Right to Die Dilemma Case Examples. It's on pages 293 to 302. And you're going to select one of the cases. It doesn't matter which one of the cases, but there's several of them in there. And then for your journal, you're going to name the person in the case, describe what happened to them, and probably most importantly is describe your own views on what happened. So this gives you a chance to kind of relate, and it doesn't have to be, you know, one particular part. You can kind of go over, well, when this happened, I felt this way. When this happened, I felt that way. This is how this relates to me. This, you know, if I was in a similar situation, this is what I would have liked or not liked, those kinds of things. Make sure you pay attention to word count. This particular one requires 500 words. So you're going to need to make sure that you have at least 500 words. The other thing that I strongly recommend is to type these into a word software like Microsoft Word. That way you see a little underline in red if you have a misspelling, or underline in blue if you have a grammatical error, and you can fix those before you upload them. Remember that I only take word processing and not PDF files for your submissions. That just helps me in the grading. Okay, then let's go over your assignment for Module 2. I'm sorry, Module 3. Okay. So for your Module 3 assignment, and all of this is up on Folio, you're going to watch 4 different TED Talks. I don't know if any of you ever watched TED Talks before, but these are what they are. And each of them, it varies, you know, they're like between 10 and 15 minutes long. And then for each of them, there are different prompts. So for instance, when you watch the video of the woman who was the mother of the Columbine shooter, you're going to go into chapter 7. In the back, there's a glossary, and you're going to select a term from the glossary and then talk about how that TED Talk relates to that glossary term. And then you're also going to select one from chapter 8 and same. And then for the next one, you're going to talk about how the gentleman who's speaking, how he healed from the trauma of his aunt's death from gun violence. What surprised, then in the better way about abortion, to talk about abortion, you're going to talk about what surprised you about what the woman had to say. And then the bridge between suicide and life, you're going to talk about 2 things that you learned about suicide from watching the video. So each of them has a different prompt. They're numbered. I give you the word amounts. So again, helpful to put it into a Microsoft Word document so you can do the word counts and make sure you don't make any errors in grammar or spelling, because mechanics does count. So that's the assignment, and as all modules, you have the readings, the journal, the assignment, and then lastly is the discussion. So I wanted to get into have a look at just a second. Let me get in here. So all right. So this is the Module 3 discussion. You're going to discuss your experiences with the COVID-19 pandemic. Has the pandemic changed your life? If so, how? Has anyone you knew died from the virus? How is that death different from other deaths you may have experienced? So just answer the series of prompts for your discussion, keeping in mind that this is something that other students are going to be reading. And as I say here, you can answer all or some of these questions depending on what you'd like. The thing to remember is that there's a word count. So no matter what, you have to provide 300 words on how the pandemic, what your experiences are with the pandemic, kind of sticking with the questions that relate to death and dying. And then your response is that you're going to read through the posts of other students and respond to anyone else. Doesn't matter whether they had the same or different kind of experiences. And here again, please remember that your discussion post, your initial discussion post is due before the response post and before the close date of the discussion. So be paying attention to that. Make sure that you follow the course schedule and not the closing date for the discussion, since the closing dates for the discussion are the due date for the response. And that gives you 24 hours after the deadline of when people need to put their initial discussion for you to go through and look and see what other students have posted, because some folks wait till the very last minute to post their discussion. All right, as always, you are welcome to email me while I will be traveling. I also am certainly available and will be checking my email. So best of luck. Hope you all have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend, and best of luck with Module 2. Thank you.